You know, when we're fishing these basins and chasing these nomadic fish, efficiency is key. I mean, down to from the rod and reel setup to your flasher, to your forward facing, to the way I have my machine set up. And as you can see, I got it mounted on the front of my four-wheeler. And the reason I have it on the four-wheeler is because I can move it around easily. You know, they're extremely heavy. I don't want to carry this around. So I'm going to pinpoint fish. We're going to drill on them, and then I'm running around with my Vexilar to catch these fish. But for finding fish, it's an extremely efficient way to find fish. On top of that, working as a team and working with somebody is huge. If I have fish, you know, 80 feet away, I don't want to have to run over there 80 feet, drill a hole, grab a flasher, check to make sure they're there. You know, this way I can just, you know, point somebody in the direction and, you know, tell them back farther, right, left, and have them pop a hole. They can drop a flasher down, make sure that they're on them. And if not, then I can help walk them in. So we're just going to demonstrate, you know, Scott's going to drill a hole, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the sonar so you can see where he's actually drilling. All right, so if you look on here, you can actually see right where he drilled. So he's just at about 32 feet. You know, what's nice about that is if you're down here and you got a school of fish, great, then you're on top of them. If they're farther away, you can direct them to go another 30 feet farther. I really like to run about 100-foot range on my, you know, my distance. If I get past 100 feet, I just don't think I get that clarity that I do at 100 or closer. You know, if I'm fishing shallower than maybe 15 feet, I might even shorten that up to say 50 or 60 feet, just depending on the depth range. So this is my range for how far I'm looking. Here's my gain, and then here's my depth range. So you can see right now I'm set to 25 feet. We're in 18 feet of water. Like I said, I generally like to be 5 to even 10 feet deeper than the depth I'm in, because if I'm on a drop off, I don't want to have a big blind spot. You know, if you are on a lot of steep drop offs, you can go to auto and it works. I just prefer manual. You know, here's my my forward range. I can shorten it or lengthen it. You know, as I zoom in, I can actually see those fish better. You know, you can see how fast they're moving there. But that actually gives me an idea how big these fish are too, right? Because here I've got a 5-foot range, and I would guess those fish are probably, you know, 10 to 12 inches long, just judging by that. So you can actually use this to sort of judge the size of the fish too, whether it's little minnows or bait or, you know, a 24-inch walleye for that matter. It's extremely efficient, especially when you're working in a team. So, you know, play with your settings, try to get as clear a picture as you can, and then play with your ranges. You know, I like to run manual ranges for my depth and my distance, just because I feel like it doesn't jump around as much. So, you know, I'm always doing it manually. And then once I locate those fish, I'm going to drill holes on them and fish them with the Vexilar.